So welcome to our cross-border networking event. My name is Rebecca Del Tufo, my pronouns are she, her, and I am co-director of ScreenCraft Works with Elizabeth McIntyre, who will introduce herself shortly when she shares our presentation. Welcome also, and we're delighted to have you to our guest organisations, Bantu Film Festival and the International Screen Institute, both of whom will set out a bit more about themselves in due course. And welcome to everyone joining from around the world, invited by the three organisations.
Thank you, Rebecca. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you once again for this opportunity. I am Lesedi Mpotwe. I am a filmmaker and festival director of the Bantu Film Festival, which takes place annually in October in Gaborone, Botswana. We create spaces where African stories are seen, heard, and felt. Bantu Film Festival is calling. And thank you again for joining the presentation. Why we exist as Bantu Film Festival. At the top of it is that we aim to create a community that celebrates African excellence through a festival that promotes and develops the African film industry. We aim also to foster collaborations such as co-productions amongst African countries and the diaspora. We also are in the business of empowering filmmakers with the necessary skills and knowledge that will enhance their expertise. These are the pillars that we as Bantu Film Festival operate under. And I'm happy to say that this year would be our 5th edition, and we have realized these visions with every iteration of the festival. So about us, we are a Pan-African Film Festival. We started in 2022 as a domestic festival, and we have been operating as a Pan-African Film Festival for 3 years now. This year would be our 4th, where we curate films that are made by African filmmakers and African producers who are in the diaspora, or if it's a co-production between an African film producer with an international filmmaker. The Bantu Film Festival is Botswana-based. I already mentioned that it takes place annually in October. It's women-led. My colleague is also in the room, Veronica, who is part of my partner, who we've co-founded the festival together. It's a platform for filmmakers to share their work, to network and connect with their audiences. And this is to say, by staying true to the origin of Bantu, that's why we say we're Pan-African, because Pan-African, it speaks to the Bantu-speaking cultures and communities. The aim with the festival is to create visibility. And when we say visibility is that if you have your film, this is a platform for you to be able to share it with us so that we can give access to the audiences or communities or film enthusiasts that are interested in watching African films rather. We also create connections, and these connections are through networking sessions that we have at the Bantu Film Festival. What we do, as I already said, we create access, visibility, and also connection. We are primarily focused on the local filmmakers, that is Botswana, so that we create a corridor for them to be able to be connected with the global market. And this is an intentional part on our end to say we start local and then go global, because for the longest time in our industry in Botswana, we didn't have such platforms such as Bantu Film Festival, where they can be able to give access to our local filmmakers for them to be able to work with international film festivals or filmmakers. So this is an opportunity for them to be able to connect. We are also looking at emerging filmmakers. This is important because grassroots, we are saying grassroots level, where we get to harness talent from the grassroots and be able to connect them with established filmmakers such as myself, such as yourselves in the room as well. Botswana, currently, we are at a point where the cinematography bill has been passed, which is a good developing news on our end, because for the longest time we've been operating without a regulation. So these regulations, the passing of the bill rather, would mean that we are going to have a film commission, and that means that Botswana will then be open to doing business with international organizations such as ScreenCraft, such as Screen Institute. Again, this will be, being able to bring in investment in the country through, having film locations such as the Okavango, such as the Delta, but also looking at, offering tax rebates to whichever or whoever would like to invest in our talent back home in Botswana. We are also looking to build a relationship between the storyteller and the audience. And this is what we say. You cannot be a storyteller and not be connected to the person that consumes your film. So through the platform, through the event, we are saying, bring your film, be able to connect, again, going back to the three pillars of offering access, offering visibility, and being able to connect the two parties to be able to have a whole ecosystem of the industry. Where we are right now as Bantu Film Festival, I've already mentioned that we co-founded the festival in 2022. And whenever I say this, I'm very proud to say and to mention that we started in 2022 in a small room with 50 filmmakers and film enthusiasts. And we were able to only screen 10 films, right? And then in 2023, we were able to receive double or triple that number, which is 66 films. And that kept on growing. The numbers kept on growing, as you would see on the slides, that in 2024, we received 144. That number again on the fourth edition of the festival, it increased to 253, which is a proud moment for between me and Veronica and the team at Bantu Film Festival. And as of this year, while we're planning for the fifth edition, which is again a milestone for us as an independent festival in Botswana, we were able to receive 1,316 submissions. And that number, you can see that it has doubled multiple times. So it's quite a milestone. And the reason why we're sharing this is to also just present the data to you, to show you that there's actually growth, but also that our mandate of being able to be a corridor that connects filmmakers, that connects industry practitioners with filmmakers is realized. What are we building as a festival? You've already seen that we are saying we want to foster collaborations. We want to be able to connect and give visibility. So what we're doing as a festival, and again, this is to just show the importance of programs such as ScreenCraft and how partnerships rather, such as ScreenCraft and other institutions or other partners is important, whereby we are partnering to offer mentorship. Mentorship is important because as an emerging filmmaker, we all started somewhere. We didn't all start our career with, having already 16 years of experience. So the importance of mentorship, and I'm quite happy to also mention that I am part of this year's mentors for the cross-border program, and I've been paired with an incredible mentee who through her future film, she's doing rounds within labs, and she's really making huge milestones. Yes, we are looking, and we have partnerships where we offer mentoring, but we're also open to other partnerships as well. We offer guidance. If you remember in the second slide, I did mention that we want to connect emerging filmmakers with the already established filmmakers. So the guidance comes in there. Oftentimes when you start and you are fresh off film school, you get excited and you say, I'm going to make my first million with my first film. And the reality of it is that is not the case. And with that is where mentorship, that is where guidance is important. It's needed rather. So we say that we are looking into offering guidance as well. How to do your story, how to do story development, how to do concept development, and also just how to understand the business of film, right? Because oftentimes we focus on just our specific disciplines, right? If I'm a producer, I'm a producer. If I'm a director, I'm a director, and I don't want to understand, the nitty-gritties of the business side of film. And this is, to us, we say, through the programs that I'll talk about later. We that's what we offer. We offer access to networks, right? If you are a director and looking to connect with another producer or director within the African continent or outside of the continent, we always are happy to assist where we can with the networks that we already have as a festival, with the partnerships that we already have as a festival as well. So you would notice that growth, again, it's not only the monitoring of numbers or just data. It's more also on what are we offering as a festival. And again, during the 5-day event of the festival, we have film screenings. And with these film screenings, we're very intentional in our programming. This is where we then now say, we are taking 4 categories, which is short narrative films and feature length. We're taking documentaries as well as animation. Animation was added in the last iteration of the festival, because we realized that locally in Botswana, there aren't really many animators, and we really wanted to push that. And with that, we created an educational program called Bantu Lebana, which is Bantu and kids. This is where we get to, with the animations that we receive at the festival, we then screen animations to young kids, and then we engage them in panel discussions, right? We engage them in discussions to be able to understand how do they, take or internalize an animation? What do they understand? What are the themes that they understand within those animations? And also, just the program of our screening is that we often now also look into if the themes that we have within the films, we populate them, and we say, we invite organizations that would speak to, let's say, if it's on, from the top of my head, gender-based violence, or from the top of my head, if it's wildlife filmmaking. We then invite these relevant ministries, relevant stakeholders, to be able to be part of the screenings. And this is why we do it. Then we have industry conversations. This is where now we do the industry program of panel discussions, roundtables. And then we have cultural exchange, where, because we get delegates from outside of Botswana, we usually connect them with local filmmakers as well. In this year's iteration, the 5th edition, we introduced film readers. This is one because we don't have film critics in Botswana. And this is one way of us trying to, just nurture them to be able to essentially become film critics. We are also just looking into connecting and making labs that would speak and offer resources to filmmakers as well, but also increasing our international reach, and be able to partner with other organizations as well. We are looking for you, whether you want to submit your film, whether you want to collaborate with us, or whether you need to just share about Bantu Film Festival. If you'd be so kind, I'll just, for a second, you can scan, but also Rebecca and Elizabeth will be able to share, and then you can get our contact details from them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lesedi. That was awesome. And thank you for your answer to the end. That was lovely. And now I would love to pass to Andrea to talk about the International Screen Institute.
Thank you so much. I'm really pleased to be here and be presenting what we do. First of all, I'm Andrea Elisa Pisu. I'm chairwoman of the International Screen Institute. We are a training provider based in Vienna, and we organize programs to train media professionals located in Europe, but also internationally, so across European borders. We are co-funded by and financed by Creative Media, together with the Austrian Film Institute. We are a no-profit organization, and we were funded in 2020 by 2 Austrian production companies, Terramater Studios, where I also have the pleasure of serving as legal counsel, and Satel Film. And we also have many collaborations in place, actually, with many institutions active in the industry, so that represent the interests of the different players active in the industry, with companies and several other entities that allow us actually to enrich our offers and to always propose something new. What we do in our trainings is training media professionals, and by this word I mean not only producers but also filmmakers, legals, film commissioners, talents, so actors, but also directors, screenwriters, and so on. And all our programs are very much business oriented. It's a general overview of the lineup for this year. And I will go into detail in a second. But what I would like to say in general, what characterize all our programs is that we have a very practical approach in our programs. And so we combine theoretical teaching with practice. Because our experts that come from all over the world to teach, they come from different professional backgrounds, and they bring to the table decades of experience. So they are actually able to give some insight on the practical experience they have in the industry, because they have worked for ages in that. And diversity and combination of different professional backgrounds, but also different nationalities is what we believe in. And that's why both our pool of experts, but also the cohort of participants of our programs are coming from different nationalities. So just to drop a few numbers, so far we were able to train more than 230 participants of 44 different nationalities. We are very proud of it. And we have a pool of more than 180 experts that have collaborated with us over these years of activities. Yes, so all our programs have a similar model. So they happen on site, they take place on site in Vienna, so in Austria. And they have a duration of 4 to 5 days. And this is combined by online module. Some courses, 2 online sessions, some of them only 1. And some of the sessions are also open to the public. So if you're interested in a special topic that we will be discussing during our program, you are free to sign up and attend the webinar or the event that we will organize. So I will go into the program for this year. We will have the start of the season in June with the Audience Design Lab. This is a program designed to teach participants on how to engage with the audience from a very early stage. And in this program, we welcome groups, meaning the pool of producer and director, or producer, director, and scriptwriter. So that they can work actually on their own project. So they come with a project in development, and they will get individual mentorship, so that they can really apply what they learn and bring the project forward. How to engage with the audience, how to build strong personas, how to identify a selling point of their own project, and so on. What it's really crucial in this program, it's, as I said, the individual mentorship, really the guidance, and the fact that the producer and the director and the writer have the time, dedicate this time to sit together and to work on the project, because this is something that it's sometimes overlooked, or let's say there is not always the time to do that. And we will have as course director Shile Kalli. Yes, there is an experienced audience designer. Again in June, we will have a very busy schedule in June. We will have business and legal affairs. This is a program designed to teach participants the framework, legal framework, but also business framework of the full life cycle of audiovisual production. So from the early stage of development, so securing the rights, the participants will learn what to be aware of when they negotiate their contracts. So when they need to secure rights, but also retain some rights, carve out some rights. So where the red flags can be hidden, and so on. Going through co-production, especially European co-production, but also international co-production, how to manage that, how to handle those. And we will also dive into the financial aspects of building a production, ending with the distribution and, for example, how to set up an agreement with collecting agencies. So we will see really the full life cycle of a production from a legal and business side. And this program will also be combined with 2 online sessions. The two program directors are Maria Christine Rida and Kai May. And Kai May is working in private practice and advise companies on an international level. Maria is in-house lawyer, and we also think this is really relevant to mix the two perspectives, so to give a richer perspective to the participants, how to handle different situations that might come up. We will go forward later in the year with sustainability management, which will take place in September. And during this program, participants will deal with the topic of sustainability on a holistic level. So not only on an environmental perspective, but also from ethical, social, and also psychological perspective. Also how to provide, how to embrace, for example, sustainability in storytelling. What is the message that can be crafted, and so on. We will then move forward with Market Ready. And this is a program designed to teach participants how to pitch their project after this is finished. So how to bring it to the market, how to package it, which kind of festival strategy they should embrace. So which festival they should attend, but also which distributors, which sales agent they could reach out to in order to get the project out there. Also in this program, participants will have individual mentoring. So they will, for example, practice in their pitch and in their approach when they need to present their project, when they need to sell it, basically. And also it will be very much focused on the financial side to it. This will take place in October. And to close the year, we will have the newly designed Future Ready program, which comes from the urge that we felt actually to accompany media professionals in the digital transformation. So we designed a program that it's actually there are 2 programs, one with a duration of 3 days, which will be focused more on a theoretical teaching, and we will focus on ethical and legal framework when using new technologies, so AI especially. And this is open actually to all the media professionals. So as I said before, in general, with all our programs, we have a broad range of professionals joining. And the second course also focus on the use of new technologies. It's hands-on AI, and this will be dedicated exclusively to producers. This will be very, very practical. So producers will come and will have actually will choose which kind of tools they want to get familiar with. That they could benefit from in their daily life, in their daily working life, in production, and they will get guidance how to customize these tools to their like. So ideally, after this 2 days course, they will be able to prompt and to use the tools autonomously. And this program we shaped in collaboration with EAVE. Just a few words also on the program that is coming up this next year, because this takes place every second year. It's the Pro program, and this is dedicated to women producers. And in this during this program, so we welcome both producers, but also CEO of their own companies, or let's say women that have a leadership position, women in leadership, so that they can design the business strategy of their own company. And they will also get mentoring on how basically to boost, to go to the next level of their career. And yes, this program is a little bit special compared to the others in the sense that we try to stipulate so to get some collaboration in place with institutions where the producers come from, so that the producers don't have to pay the tuition of the program. So this is ideally what happens. So we actually use our contacts, and we have also a film institute that collaborate with us for many years, and ideally the women producers will not have to cover their tuition. This is just for this course. In general, all our programs have a fee that you can check in our website. We also grant scholarships. So if you are in need of scholarship, or if you come from a low audiovisual capacity countries, we will be able to provide you with a scholarship. Yes, during all our programs in general, and this is also a crucial part of our activities, we have networking events. So we have one networking event per every program, that it's open also to media professionals that don't take part in the program. Normally those that are based in Vienna, because it's where the event takes place. But if you happen to be in Vienna, we will be happy to host you. And also over the year, we have events dedicated to our alumni. For example, at the Berlinale, during the Berlinale, we normally have a lunch where all our alumni get together again, and they can update each other on their achievements, on their projects. In general, what I would like to stress is also the fact that our programs are designed to be on site, but also combined with this online module, because we believe in of course, that the human relation are crucial in this industry, and we want really to enable them. So ideally, all the participants that get to know each other during the program will share what they are working on, and will check if there is any possibility to have collaboration with the other participants. And so we are happy actually to do whatever we can to enable this. Thank you so much.
Andrea, thank you so much for your informative and interesting presentation, and also Leslie. I am going to spin through some slides in 1 minute. So many of you are aware of ScreenCraft Works. Welcome to our community and the new community. ScreenCraft Works was co-founded, and we are co-directors, Rebecca and me. My name is Elizabeth McIntyre. My pronouns are she, her. And we are a global community for production and post-production film and TV talent internationally, from around the world. We address the problem that the industry is fragmented and unsustainable and unequal. We want to ensure that there is support for behind the camera roles, production and post-production roles, as well as what tends to have more focus on actors above the line, directors above the line. Of course, we support directors as well, but we also want to make sure that craft positions are also supported. And also we have a focus on ensuring diversity, representation and inclusion is a key focus. We're for all world regions, connecting people in many, many ways, including diasporic communities, including displaced professionals, but also finding points of connection within any country to bring people together rather than points of difference. And we believe that this will lead to more authentic, wonderful storytelling and partnerships for better end films and television productions. These are our 4 programs: mentoring, coffees, networking and talks, which you can dig into on our website in more detail. And this is just a summary of what we've delivered so far since our launch in 2022. Leslie, like Bantu, we're approximately the same age for our initiatives, which is lovely. So again, we can dig into that on the network, and here are our contacts. So welcome to those who are already part of our community, and welcome to those who are finding out more. All our programs are free as a result of the support of our sponsors and supporters, for which we're very grateful. And so dive in and see different ways of connecting.